If you're seeing this, you've just shifted realities. Those words aren't clickbait, they're a wake up call, a signal that something inside you has silently changed, so subtly you almost missed it, yet so profoundly you'll never go back to who you once were. It sounds dramatic and maybe even unbelievable, but that's exactly where we begin. Picture waking up this morning and glancing at your phone. You see the time, 11:11. You shrug it off. But then you open your browser and there it is, a video with that exact title staring back at you. No coincidence. You didn't search for it. It found you. And if you're here now listening to my voice, leaning in, reach out, click subscribe if you haven't already, because what I'm about to share with you isn't fluff. It isn't motivational pop. It's a map of transformation. And trust me, you want to walk this path with me because it begins at a strange, disorienting place, the moment you realize the world doesn't look the same anymore. Let me tell you about a friend, Sarah. She was stuck in the same job, same town, same loop of Netflix and autopilot. Then one morning she noticed something odd. The coffee shop down the street felt different. The air smelled cleaner. The barista greeted her with a sparkle, not changed, but awakened. She shrugged, but inside, something stirred. Later that day, her phone buzzed. A message from someone she barely knew. "Hey, Sarah, I have an opportunity you might love." She'd never heard of them. She didn't apply for anything. But this stranger had seen something in her and stopped. A random job offer. She said yes. It changed everything. It was as if the universe leaned in and said, "Welcome to the frequency shift." You may call this synchronicity. Others call it woo-woo. But let's not overthink it. Feel it. Because real change doesn't come from analysis. It comes from resonance. When your internal vibration aligns with a higher plane, your external world begins to hum in harmony. The signs are subtle. Repeating numbers, chance meetings, unexpected doors swinging open. And here's the twist. It often arrives wrapped in discomfort. Sarah felt unmoored. She nearly talked herself out of it, but she didn't. She leaned in, because deep down, something whispered, "You're not the same person waking up today." So here we are. This video is your mirror. Look closely and ask, what's different? Maybe how the sun fell across your room felt richer than yesterday. Maybe something inside you whispered recognition. If that's true, this isn't coincidence. It's initiation. Initiation into your next self. If that fires something in you, hit that like button. Drop a comment below with an emoji, something that whispers, "I'm awake." Together, we're beginning the conversation that changes the code of your existence. Stay with me, because now that you've stepped through, you're standing on the threshold. And beyond this lies part two. Part 2 and Part 3 can continue unfolding this journey, exploring the signs, the science, and the unseen mechanics behind shifting realities. We'll move through personal stories and ancient wisdom, all weaving into one seamless narrative. But that's for next time. For now, breathe in the knowing that when you see this moment, you have already stepped sideways into a new world. See you in Part 2. You didn't imagine it. That flicker you felt after watching Part 1, that sense that something invisible just clicked into place. It wasn't a fluke. Because when you shift realities, it rarely comes with fireworks. No blinding light, no voice from the clouds. Just an ordinary moment suddenly soaked in meaning. And then another, and another. Let me tell you why. We live in a multiverse of infinite versions of ourselves. Every choice we make, every emotion we feel, it all sends out a signal, a vibration, like tuning a radio. When your signal shifts, your reality shifts. And here's the unsettling truth. It happens more often than you realize. Have you ever thought, this doesn't feel like my life? That's not confusion. That's awareness. And it starts to accelerate when you notice synchronicities, those odd little coincidences that feel too perfect to be random. Seeing the same number everywhere, 111111, 333, 444. Hearing your name in strange places, thinking about someone and they text. Those aren't tricks of the brain. Those are breadcrumbs from the universe saying, "You're aligned now. Keep walking." I once met a man named Elijah. He had lived most of his life in a fog, struggled with addiction, burned bridges, spent years trying to fix things, but always from the same emotional state that broke them. Then during the pandemic, alone in a room with nothing but silence and regret, he stumbled on a video just like this one. He watched it. He heard the words, "If you're seeing this, you just shifted realities." He scoffed. He clicked out, but he couldn't shake it. That night, he dreamt he was standing at a train station. Two tracks. One led into a gray city, the other into a golden forest. A train was coming fast. In the dream, he jumped tracks at the last second and woke up, gasping. Something had shifted. The next day, for the first time in years, he walked past a liquor store without going in. He didn't try to resist, he didn't need to. It simply wasn't his reality anymore. You see, a true shift isn't about trying harder. It's about stepping into the version of you that already does what you've been fighting to become. Think of it like this. A caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly by pushing harder. It melts into a goo of potential. It surrenders. Then something ancient and intelligent within it rebuilds a new form, a higher design. Right now, as you watch this, your old beliefs are beginning to dissolve. The part of you that thought it's always going to be this way is softening because there's something deeper emerging, something that's known all along. You were never meant to stay stuck in one version of yourself. Let's go even deeper. Did you know that the Bhagavad Gita, a sacred text in Hindu philosophy, speaks of shifting realities through inner realization? Arjuna, the warrior, is frozen with doubt, but Krishna tells him, "You were never the body, you are the eternal soul. Act as if you already know." That moment, when Arjuna accepts this higher truth, is when he shifts. He doesn't change the battlefield, he changes his identity. That's what's happening to you. You're not here to force life into a new shape. You're here to remember that the shape has already changed, and you're simply catching up. Let's bring it to the modern day. Science is starting to catch up with what mystics always knew. Dr. Joe Dispenza, for example, speaks about quantum identity shifts. The idea that when we rehearse new thoughts and emotions, the brain can't tell the difference between memory and imagination. Your body begins to live in a new reality even before anything outside has changed. It's like your soul whispers to your nervous system, "Get ready, something's coming." And then it does. But here's the part nobody talks about. When you shift realities, you might lose things. People may fall away. Your job may suddenly feel hollow. Even your name might feel like it belongs to someone else. That's normal. That's shedding. Like a snake discarding its skin, your old identity must fall away. It's not death, it's birth. And if you feel this stirring, if your body's buzzing, if this is hitting too close to something you can't name, don't resist. Don't click away. Stay here. Hit the subscribe button. This journey isn't done. It's only just begun. Because you're no longer watching passively. You're remembering who you are. Let's end this part with a powerful truth, one I've seen over and over across every story, every faith, every moment of transformation. Reality is not what you see. Reality is what you allow yourself to believe is possible. And if you're seeing this now, I promise you, your soul is already halfway through the door. Take a breath. Say this in your mind. Don't just think it. Say it. I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will find me. Say it again. Now imagine what happens when this becomes your new normal. Not just a phrase, but your frequency. Next, we'll go even deeper. In part 3, I'll reveal what happens after the shift, the traps, the breakthroughs, the return of the self, and how to anchor your new reality before it slips away. But before that, tell me in the comments, what was your first sign that you shifted? Let this space be your witness. Let others see your echo and say, "Me too." And above all, don't forget to return for the final part. You've walked through the portal. Now, you must learn to stay. So here you are. You've stepped through the doorway. You didn't even realize it, maybe. You didn't pack a bag or say goodbye to your old life. But the shift has happened, and now comes the most delicate part of all. Can you hold this new reality? Because listen to me carefully. Shifting is not the end. It's the beginning. It's not some grand reward. It's a test. See, the moment you step into a new timeline, the old one will try to pull you back. Not because it's evil, not because you're cursed, but because your subconscious is addicted to familiarity. It's comfortable with the known, even if the known is painful. You'll start having thoughts like, this feels too good to be true. What if I just imagined all of this? People like me don't really change, do they? That's the trap. It doesn't come with red warning lights. It comes with whispers, gentle doubts, old habits in new disguise. Let me tell you a story. A woman named Fatima once told me she had everything: a corporate job, a fiance, an apartment that looked like a magazine cover, but she hated herself in the mirror. Not because of how she looked, but because of who she had become: robotic, performative, numb. One night, she broke down. Shaking in the dark, she whispered, "If something doesn't change now, I won't make it." Then, out of nowhere on her screen, a thumbnail lit up. "If you're seeing this, you just shifted realities." She clicked, and something inside her cracked. She began small. She started waking at sunrise, walking barefoot in the park, meditating, journaling, leaving space for new thoughts like guests at her table. Within weeks, she left her job. Months later, her fiance confessed he didn't recognize her anymore and left, but she didn't spiral. She smiled. "Of course he didn't recognize me," she said. "He was in love with my past timeline. That's the price." To fully embody your new reality, you must let go of the characters who only knew your old one. But here's the miracle. As soon as you release, the new world rushes in. New friends, new energy, new paths that were always there. You just couldn't see them before. You weren't vibrating at their level. Now you are. Because the truth is, your reality doesn't shift because of some external sign. It shifts the moment you decide to respond differently. It's not magic, it's physics. Change your emotional baseline and you change the frequency you emit. Change your frequency and you attract the version of reality that matches it. Period. That's why gratitude is more than just a feel-good trick. It's technology. When you wake up and say, "Thank you for what I already have," even before it arrives, you're pulling the future into the now. You're collapsing timelines. You're becoming the version of you who's no longer waiting. Let's do something radical right now, right here. Take a breath. Close your eyes for just 3 seconds. Feel your body, the hum in your chest, the weight in your spine. Now whisper these 3 sentences. I am already in alignment. I trust what's unfolding. I choose this timeline. That's it. That's all it takes. You don't need to move mountains. You are the mountain, and you've already shifted. But remember, no mountain stands alone. There will be moments, perhaps even tonight, when you doubt again, when the fog returns, when you reach for the old script. In those moments, don't try to be strong. Just return. Return to the video. Return to this feeling. Return to the truth. You didn't stumble here by accident. This was always meant for you. And now, before we close, let's talk about what comes next. After you've shifted, after you've claimed the new reality, you must anchor it. Here's how. Surround yourself with evidence. Journal your synchronicities. Screenshot your coincidences. Speak your affirmations aloud every morning. Turn your home into a sanctuary for belief. Cut the energetic ties. Unfollow accounts that drain you. Politely step away from people who pull you into the past. Create digital and physical spaces that reflect the version of you you're becoming. Revisit this shift daily, like brushing your teeth. It's maintenance. If you don't feed the new reality, the old one will reclaim its throne. And most of all, stay in motion, because momentum is holy. Even a slow step forward is sacred. Now, if you've felt anything today, a stirring, a tear, a tingle in your spine, leave a comment right now. I have shifted. Let this be your public declaration. Let others see it and feel less alone. And please, don't let this be the end. Subscribe, turn on notifications, bookmark this video, because this channel, this space, it's not entertainment. It's a portal. And every time you return, the portal remembers you. This is not just a story. It's not just content. It's a mirror reflecting who you're becoming. So go live it. Live the new reality. And if the old one tries to pull you back, smile and whisper, "That version of me doesn't exist anymore." I'll see you again soon in the next reality. Welcome home.